But I'd love you to walk us through that evolutionary power of women in business, especially why it's needed today in the marketplace. I mean, what's your sense of that, Patty?
One of the reasons I was so excited to come on today is because I know the kind of depth you bring to your questions. And so that is not a simple question that has a simple answer.
No, it's not.
However, what comes to mind as you're asking that question is the shoulds, right? Quote unquote, the shoulds. So I was raised, you should get your education, get married, have kids. End of sentence. We're all raised, men or women, we're all raised with certain expectations.
Right.
For women, because we're typically not raised to be breadwinners, we often don't know how to approach that. So a lot of us go into corporate and we make good livings and we get great experience. A lot of times we have negative experiences in corporate, and we come out of corporate and we're excited to start our businesses and build those businesses. But we don't know anything different than what we learned in either in growing up in our families or in a corporate environment. And corporate never worked for women. It wasn't designed for women. It never worked for women, and it doesn't work for women today. So the idea that you can be, quote, free, you can be your own boss, you can start your own company, and women don't realize all the challenges that they will face. So sometimes when you come out of corporate, first of all, you have this hourly billing model stuck in your head, because most of my clients are accountants, attorneys, engineers, and marketing and PR professional. All of those women come from an hourly billing model, and that is very transactional. So when you go out and you sell your services as a transformation and then use transactional pricing like hourly billing, there's a disconnect. And there's a lot of misunderstanding around that. So part of what I teach women is how to price based on value. So let's go back for a moment to this concept of evolutionary change. When all we know is what we experienced or learned, and we don't see others doing things differently. Everybody, it's like the lemming idea. Everybody's a lemming. And we listen to the gurus and we follow the pattern that's been set out for us, which was a corporate model. And that is a huge challenge, because if you don't know how to do it differently and you are relying on your business for income, you're not going to take a chance on experimenting or doing something differently. And it takes a lot of courage to look at things differently, to bring your own perspective to something. And so that is really what I help women do, is kind of break the mold. There are pieces of that we can use, but it has to work for you as a person. And that's what I think is missing, is everything is so standardized and so cookie cutter that we are afraid to do things differently. And the companies and the women that are doing things differently are the ones we hear about, the ones that really stand out. And we need more of that.